Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Welcome to another Creatress Chat. I'm Saida. I realized when I was going live, and I'm sorry, as soon as I start going live, they always start doing yard work around my apartment. But anyways, I realized that I go live every week, and I never say who I am. I mean, I know you guys know who I am. It's on my profile. It's all over the Creatress page and everything. But I realized that I should introduce myself for the new people who come and watch the live. So, hey everyone, I'm Saida Murphy. I am the creatress behind the Creators Universe, and I do this weekly live every Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. And we just talk about all things creative. We talk about branding. We talk about content creation. We talk about storytelling. We talk about anything that pertains to the media industry. We talk about self-care. We talk about all types of things so that you as a creatress can go out and be your best self and create your best work. So for those of you guys who have been tuning in the last few weeks, we've been talking about podcasting. This is going to be our last week on podcasting. I'm going to wrap up podcasting today, and then I have no idea what next week is going to bring. But I'm excited to see whatever I come up with. But this is going to be the last week on podcasting. And in our other few weeks, we talked about finding guests. We talked about the things you need to know before you start a podcast. So I wanted to end the mini podcast series with everything that you need to start your podcast. So you know what to do before you start your podcast. You know how to find guests and how to make sure that you guys are compatible and make sure that they're good guests. But now I'm going to give you a quick rundown of everything that you need to start a podcast. Get your pens and paper ready because it's a little bit of a long list, but I'm going to go through it quickly. Now, I'm not going to go into full detail of what each of these things are and how to operate each one of these things. This is not like me teaching each step because that's a whole other course, whole other program. But I am just going to kind of give you like a rundown of everything that you need to have before you launch your podcast to get it up and running. So, number one, you need a concept. You can't have a podcast without a concept. And we've talked a little bit about the different types of podcasts that you can do. You can do interview-based podcasts. You can do solo shows where you're just talking to a camera and talking to your audience. You can do kind of roundtable type podcasts where you have a group of people and you guys are just having conversation back and forth. You can do audio fiction. There's all types of things that you can do with the podcast. So before you start and hit record, you have to have a concept because you can't just sit down at a mic, hit record, and think that it's going to come to you. And you can't market a show if you don't know what the show is going to be about. So first things first is come up with your concept. After that, you need a mic. There are all types of mics out here, and you'll hear all different types of reviews of this mic is better than this mic. If you want to be super professional, get this mic or get this mic. And then there are mics that are super expensive, super inexpensive. So I say do your research. I'm going to give you a couple of mics that I have heard of that I know that work well. There's the Blue Yeti mic. That's a good starter mic if you're just starting out and you don't really know how to use the equipment and you're just kind of like testing the waters. The Blue Yeti mic is a good one to use. It's USB based, so you can just plug it right into your computer. You can use a Rode, I think I wrote this word down. It says protester, but a Rode mic, you can find all of these on Amazon too. But a Rode mic is a good one too. And then there's like the Shure mic. That's like the super expensive mic with the all the thingamabobs and stuff with it. But those are a few mics that you can use. I use right now, and I'm going to show you too, and I hope it doesn't mess up the sound too much. But this is my mic here. It's a Samsung Go mic. It's a little compact little travel mic. This is the one that I use right now. And I'm gonna, hopefully this doesn't make too much noise as I clip this back onto the top of my computer. But that's the mic that I use. It does pretty well with my audio, so I like that one. And it's easy to, it's a USB as well. It's easy to just plug in and go. So that's what I use. So your concept, your mic. After you get your concept and you get your microphone together, you need recording software. So If you're doing a solo show, you can use software like Audacity or like GarageBand, where you just hit record and you talk. Or you can, if you want, like if you can't get a mic right away and you want to start, you can use your phone. Just do an audio file and record straight to your phone. Phones have really good mics, so this can have really good quality as well. If you're doing like interview-based podcasts or like roundtable-based podcasts, you can record via Zoom. You can do Zoom calls and record the Zoom calls, because when you download your Zoom calls, they download the audio and the video. So you can use Zoom. You can use Anchor. Anchor is a hosting site and a recording site, because you can record right into Anchor. And I'll talk more about hosting in just a second. But you can use stuff like Anchor. And then there's another program called Squadcast. I'll let you guys Google that one, but it's a recording software as well. But you need a way to record your podcast and a way to have access to those audio files. Then you need editing software. So some people record their podcast, upload the audio, and that's it. They don't do any editing. But if you want to do things like add in intro music or add in sponsorship pieces or sponsorship ads or anything like that, or add in maybe guest questions or something like that, then you're going to need an editing software. Audacity is my favorite, is my go-to. That's the one that I know how to use the best. You can record in Audacity and also edit in Audacity. It's free, so you just download it straight to your computer and get to work. You can also use things like GarageBand or like Adobe Audition. Find the software, the editing software that you are most familiar with or that you can learn well, and work with that. After you have your editing software, you need a host platform. You need a podcast hosting platform. So in order for your podcast to get to places like iTunes or Spotify or Google or Amazon, you have to have it on a hosting site. So those are sites like Libsyn. Those are sites like Anchor, Buzzsprout. You can just Google podcast hosting sites and a bunch of them will come up. Libsyn is my personal favorite. That's the one that I use. It's affordable, it's easy to use, and it pushes your podcast out to everywhere. iTunes, Google, Spotify, and it gives you analytics and stuff as well to see how many downloads you have, how many listeners, and stuff like that. So I like Libsyn. I'm partial to Libsyn. Then the last thing that you're going to need is a social media account. It does not have to be a specific social media account for the podcast. It can be your personal account. I suggest making a specific one for the podcast, but you might want to wait until it grows a little bit. But you need a social media account because you need to be able to tell people that you have a podcast. If you have things like an email list or stuff like that, you can also use your email list to promote your podcast, but everything lives and breathes on social media now. So grab a social media account, make a quick handle for your podcast, and then you can market and let people know, like, hey, new episodes. Hey, I'm taking a season break, or hey, I have like 10 new episodes coming up. So those are the things that you're going to need to start a podcast. That's everything. There are some other things that you can have, some like little enhancers, or if you get to a bigger level, there are other things like organizing tools and stuff like that that you can use and have for your podcast. But the basics to get started is everything that I just mentioned. You need your concept, you need your mic, you need your recording software, you need your editing software, you need your podcast hosting platform, and you need a social media account. That's 6 things that you can get very easily, that you can find out the information on extremely easily. You can just Google it and find the information, and you can get started. So, got that all out. So that's what you need. I'm going to pop over here, make sure that I'm not having any comments pop up. That's it. That's it for podcasting. That's all she wrote for podcasting. I hope you guys found this very valuable. If you go back to the previous Creatress Chats, there's a lot of valuable information in there as well. So I hope you found it valuable, and I hope this is going to help you start your podcasting journey. If you have any questions, or if you want to know more about these things, feel free to leave a comment. I'll hop in the comments and answer. Feel free to shoot me a message. I'll be happy to answer any questions. If you are a woman of color, feel free to join the Creatress Network. There are tons of resources in there, tons of people who are also podcasters in there who can help answer your questions. And yeah, so before I sign off, I do want to let you guys know that I have something extremely special and extremely exciting in store for Black Friday. This is the first time that we're doing a Black Friday sale, and I'm extremely nervous, but I'm extremely excited. I'm gonna pop this up here like that. You see that Creatress Summit X Black Friday times Black Friday. We're doing a Creatress Summit Black Friday sale. So the Creatress Summit is our annual virtual conference, and it takes place in June of every year. This is our third annual Creatress Summit. Third annual is like mind-blowing, just saying that we're on our year 3. And usually tickets go on sale in like February, March, because the conference is in June. Howsoever, this year we're doing a Black Friday sale where you can get in and get your spot reserved for the summit way ahead of time, one. And then, like, I don't want to say super cheap, but it's a really, really good deal. I'm not going to say the price right now because I'm trying to build up anticipation, build up a little bit of excitement for it. But I'm excited, guys. I have set goals for this sale, and I'm excited to see everything come to fruition. And I'm excited for you guys to get your seats to the Creatress Summit. The summit was phenomenal last year. I cannot even put into words how phenomenal it actually was. I'm still every day, when I'm going through the content from last year, when I'm going through the testimonials from last year, when I'm going through just like the art and everything from last year, I'm still just like overwhelmed with how well the summit went and how impactful it was. And coming up for the next year, coming up for 2021, I just want to do things bigger and better. I just want to keep on improving, keep on providing value, keep on providing impact, keep on highlighting these women of color who are in the media industry, and giving them a space to share their expertise and giving them a space to uplift other women of color. So be on the lookout for the Creatress Summit Black Friday sale. I'm going to drop a link in the comments, and I'm going to post this here now, but I'm probably going to have to go back and repost it again. But I'm going to drop a link in the comments to get on the wait list. The sale starts on Black Friday, but if you want to be first to know when we're available, when tickets are available, and then also pricing, get on the wait list so that you can be the first in that round of emails that goes out. So that link is in the comments. For those of you guys who are watching on my personal page, I'll drop the link in the comments after this video. But I'm excited. Get on the wait list, guys. Get excited. Prep. Get ready to buy your Creatress Summit ticket. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Have a great week. Do something joyous this week. Have some fun. I know everyone is super stressed out because we're in the midst of re-lockdowns, and toilet papers are being snatched from the shelves now. They're all gone again, and it's kind of like a flashback to when we first shut down in March. However, stay safe. Like, the virus is real, so stay safe out there. If you don't have to go anywhere, don't. If you do have to go anywhere, wear your mask, and just take it seriously. If your city or your state says stay at home, then stay at home. I'd rather stay at home for a few weeks than have to stay at home for like 7 more months. So everyone do their part. Everyone stay inside, stay safe, keep your family safe, keep yourself safe, and just let everyone do our part to get through this pandemic, because I'm over it, and I know if I'm over it, you guys are over it. So we just gotta knuckle down and do our part so that it can actually be over. Yeah, that's my 2 cents, my PSA. I'm gonna step off my soapbox now, but I want you guys to have a great week, and I will see you guys next Monday on the Creatress Chat. Thank you so much for joining me.